wearing the letter O,
Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Donovan Clingan.
He has become all kinds of means at the defensive end. His blocks have come way up these past few months, and that tells you about the kind of intensity and drive he's been playing.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Johnson is out there with Dyson Daniels. Then it's Alperen Sengun. Then there's McCollum, and it's Alexander Walker in a shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, on the block, you'll see Kamara and Clingan. In at the guard spots, Lillard and Sharp. And it's Smart in at the 3-side. And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. And this early in the season, Greg, we still have a lot to learn about these teams.
And they're still learning about themselves, right? The coaches are working on rotations and game plans. The players are trying to establish the chemistry that a winning team needs.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Sengun inside. Clingan covering. Sengun with the bucket.
A true monster in the paint, and just under 7 feet. It can be so easy for Sengun to find those baskets.
Here's Clingan. 9-point game his last outing. Down low. And it's Clingan with the jam.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
We play just over a minute here in the first. And Sengun throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Sengun still able to play above the rim.
Here's Sharp. Here's Lillard. Johnson with the rebound. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
A downright lethal three-point threat. Lillard is someone defenders must stay attached to if they want to have any impact.
Here's Alexander Walker. To the paint, trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Pass to Sengun. 6 on the shot clock. Again, Sengun missing. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Sharp finds Clingan. Here's Sharp. Here's Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Alexander Walker passes to McCollum. Kicks it out to Johnson. The 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And we've seen Johnson become more confident with his outside shot. Now the next step for him, let's become more consistent.
Lillard misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Daniels passes to Johnson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Daniels against Smart. Here's Kamara. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. The Hawks trailing. Quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And here's McCollum for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard, the pass to Sharp. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharp's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
Ooh, a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 6. Stolen by McCollum. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Although not the strongest, Sengun has a solid base and incredible footwork.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
And, guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Hawks. Vincent comes in for McCollum. Greg, you look at Alperen Sengun. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
Now Johnson. Following the miss by Jeremy Grant from deep. Three-pointer, and it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Sengun. Johnson's got 6.
But that shows a lot of confidence right there. Johnson knowing how effective he can be off the catch.
Picked by Williams. Inside to end the run. And Williams throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the first. Sengun with the screen on Henderson. Pass to Sengun. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Sharps checked in for Portland. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jock Landale's checked in for Sengun. Zachary Rizachet comes in for Johnson. Kispert's checked in for Daniel. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Gabe Vincent.
Well, I'm not sure if he was surprised to be that wide open, but something got him out of focus.
Stolen. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Holiday. McCollum no good.
And normally that's an easy 2 for him. I'm surprised he missed that one. Look, coaches really appreciate when guys defend with that kind of effort. Just a fantastic job protecting the rim.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, that's just great chemistry offensively. Everybody playing for one another and trusting each other. It's beautiful to watch.
Williams is out there with Grant. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Sharp and at the 2-guard spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Here's McCollum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Tim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade. And I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Throw good, McCollum. And you think of the different styles of play. Tim, is there one that you prefer watching?
I personally like variety, Kevin. I like certainly three-point shooting. That's how I made my living. But I also want to see post play. And I want to see teams that also can beat you with isolation sets as well. I think those are the toughest teams to defend. They can hit you from any area.
They sure can. And yes, it's good. Henderson's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. All-defensive guard Drew Holiday talked about guarding some of the younger players coming into the league, and he said, the game has changed significantly. They morphed with it. They're quick, athletic, and they all play the game a lot differently than when I came into the league. Kevin, back to you.
It is a new day. Allie, we thank you very much. Now Grant, following the miss by Jonathan Kuminga from deep. Sharp against McCollum. Holiday looking for an opening. They now take the lead. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
Gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
There's the three. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.
And checking out the stats for Holiday, how he performed last season. Averaged about 11 points a game last season. 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it's all about great energy, and he brings that part to the game. His teammates feed off of that.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Sengun's checked in for Jock Landale. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. McCollum, no good. Trailblazers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Clingan towering in the paint. And Charles Bullets on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
Now, here's Grant. No scoring in this one.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Shea with it, guarded by Holiday. Back to McCollum. Will it go? It's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggle continues.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
And look at the hops on Grant, lifting off for a slam before the D can contain it.
Here's Shea. Excellent D there from Williams. Outside Holiday. It's Sharp, top of the key. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look now for Portland. Clingan, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Toumani Camara comes in for Grant. And Smart subbed in for Drew Holiday. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Johnson's checked in. Now, here's Sengun. 9 points in the game so far.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
To the inside. A nice shot by Clingan. Clingan's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Drew Holiday is checked in for Shaedon Sharp. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. The 4th spot held by Donovan Clingan.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
The Hawks trail by 8. Pass to Shea. Rizachet sets the screen for Johnson. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
Greg, when you talk about the all-time great three-point shooters, Damian Lillard is right up there.
Without a doubt. Steph is the clear #1, but that second spot is up for debate. And it's between guys like Harden, Ray Allen, and Dame.
Johnson outside. Hit by Kuminga. Johnson with it. He's got 6. Going in with the block.
Intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Klingon can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Sengun going in with the block. Here's Kamara. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
Here's Sengun. Atlanta again missing.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then tee up.
They get the rebound. Lillard left side. Shoots over Rizachet. Goes up again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Teams will foul Klingon. Free throw shooting right now is something he's got to work at.
Shoot 2.
And he makes the first.
And really the only question going forward for Klingon, can he keep up with the foot speed in the NBA?
Both shots good from the strike. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. McCollum left side. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm joined now by Coach Quinn Snyder, and they were giving you some trouble in transition. How do you slow them down?
Well, I think we had a couple early where we were in good positions. We just didn't make the right read, and that's the biggest thing. But more than anything, whether it's a make or a miss or a turnover, we just got to really sprint back and be urgent.
The sense of urgency is key. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Arena Entertainment.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
I think for Atlanta, we really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Hawks.
They know they don't have to keep shooting threes, right? When you're this cold, you just can't keep tossing up anything. It's freezing in here, Ernie.
Oh, I get it. He's cold. Ernie, you get it. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's pretty hard to win that way.
Good stuff, fellas. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Nice game, great performance by Sengun.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Cullum is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Dyson Daniel. Then it's Alperen Sengun. And it's Johnson in at the 4 spot. Just 4 to shoot. McCollum from deep 3-point land. Again, McCollum missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Lillard. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Lillard's got 10.
And with how well Lillard shoots it from deep, that mid-range, Jay, is normally going to be open.
Hawks passing it around. Now Daniels, still scoreless. Over Smart. Ball's knocked loose. Sengun, swing in with the block. They retain possession.
At this point, they might need to try something different, also to start the half.
Lillard misses.
Yeah, that was $1 million crossover to free him up, but that finish, I give him 50 cents.
Tim, walk me down the Donovan Clingan pick at number 7 in the 2024 draft. What do you think the thinking was there?
Well, Kevin, I just think people viewed him as a winner, a 2-time collegiate champion, and then most importantly, that rare young big man that wants to play center and anchor the paint.
And it's good for 2.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
And taking a look at some stats here for Daniels. He had a strong showing last season. Put up about 14 points per. Just over 3 steals and 6 rebounds. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
Yeah, you better be careful with the basketball around this guy because he is going to take it from you.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 6. Here's Alexander Walker. Sengun with a wide open look. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Up top Sharp. Kamare misses. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. And Sengun throws it down.
Assist goes well.
Sengun is a do-it-all center, but tonight it's been about his scoring.
McCollum against Lillard. Right side Smart. Fires from deep. Connects from 3-point range. Smart's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Pass to Sengun. Shoots over Clingan. Again, the Hawks score.
The defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. 3-pointer, Lillard gets the 3-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. The NBA understands its future is electronic. iconic. Commissioner Adam Silver said, the vast majority of people consume us through media, not in person. Our social media audience is the highest of any league and continuing to grow exponentially. So there's no lack of interest in this game. Kevin?
It is a beautiful thing. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Smart. Rebound by the Hawks. Alexander Walker on the wing. Johnson outside. Sengun with the screen for Johnson. From outside, off the mark.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
Smart passes to Sharp. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the three ball is good. Lillard's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Trailblazers.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
Now here's Johnson. 6 points for him. Here's Sengun. The Hawks again can't hit. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
As cold as he was in the first half, he's done a great job regrouping and turning things around after the break.
Shoots a fader, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he should have.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Trailblazers out in front, up 19. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Jeremy Grant, Holiday out there with Shaden Sharp. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Williams at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Pass to Shea. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
Here's Sharp following the bucket by the Hawks. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's rank.
Right wing. Sengun against Williams. Sengun kicks to Kuminga. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And there's Grant on the assist by Williams.
Well, he is an excellent athlete. Grant is always a threat in transition.
Pass to Kispert. Sengun against Williams. Shea sinks the triple. Shea's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Lillard shared in for Portland. And a change for the Hawks. Daniels is checked in. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Williams dishes to Grant. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
The Hawks trail by 20. Alexander Walker with the ball. Here's Sengun. And Sengun throws it down.
Did Sengun answer the bell tonight, or what? Tremendous offensive performance.
Lillard, the pass to Sharp. Williams, a screen on Daniel. Sharp, that's good.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. A different look now for Portland. Klingen, he's checked in for Williams. Toumani Camara comes in for Grant, and Marcus Smart is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Then for the Hawks, Johnson, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Rizachet. Here's McCollum. Pass to Sengun. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. Driving in, and he banks in the layup.
Nice play by McCollum. So crafty with the ball in his hands.
Trailblazers leading by 19. Lillard, the pass to Sharp. Now Camara. Three-pointer, Lillard. A shot off that time. And a wide-open look for McCollum. And the three off target.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Camara. Misses the three. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Now here's Smart. And here's Sharp. Defended by Alexander Walker. Now Camara. Sharp, the pass to Lillard. Clock at 4. And he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got 22.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Trailblazers.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you can tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
And Atlanta has possession after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Pass to McCollum. The tray. Rebounded by Camara. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Back to Lillard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Dame, you routinely make shots that most players would not even attempt. What enables you to have that kind of confidence?
Sometimes in the summer, I work on the craziest things. You know, you never know what type of situation you're going to be in. You got to be prepared for it, you know, so I've worked on my fair share of crazy shots. Crazy passes, and you don't make a high percentage of them, but I made one tonight.
Practice makes perfect. Thanks so much, Dame.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that about wraps it up. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, Damian Lillard.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back later.